I try not to think about what's going on outside me. I like to sort of almost simulate competition training so that when we're walking up to that platform with the lights, the music and everything, I can just plan that out and be like, this is just like training.
So we are back again. It is day 5 of the elite competition at these 2023 World Paralympic Championships in Dubai, 6th day overall. Going to the evening session here, we're approaching 3 p.m. and it's the women's up to 61 kilo final. There are 3 groups in this, as we'll be seeing very shortly. Extravagant action earlier. Magnificent men's final. 74 kilos where the lead changed hand 3 times in the last round. In the last 3 hits in fact. Can too many finals like that. Available for you to watch back either on the Paralympics YouTube or the Paralympic Facebook. Action continues in a few moments. We'll introduce you to the field coming up in this women's 61 kilo final.
Attention coaches, 1 minute remaining for changes to the first attempt. Attention coaches, no more changes allowed to the first attempt. The athletes competing in the women's.
So here we go, this is the schedule, that was the schedule, and coming up is the women's 61 kilo final. This is Group C.
Representing Georgia.
And we're meeting everybody from Gvansa, Gorodava, going for Georgia from 60 up to Amon Sumkun of Thailand, who's going for 75. For Japan, Hiroko Kiryu will be starting at 68, which will be a big advance of the lifetime best. For Hungary, Kati Mezai, very familiar figure in this sport. For Ireland, Niamh Buckley already scored a silver medal in the World Juniors this week. For Argentina, here comes Estelia Ospina. We're starting with 72. For Ireland, here comes Nicola Dore. And for Thailand, Samkuk Anon. And she's going for 75. 83 is her lifetime best. So the field are in for Group C. All the Group B and A athletes will be introduced when they are due to start, which is the new way of doing it. So some excellent campaigners here. Hey, there's quite a few World Championship debutants, so it'll be great to see how they all do.
Now the coaches are in the back, planning out what their last warm-ups will be, keeping them warm, keeping them hydrated, and the athletes will then move from the one room into the other and begin their competition.
Here's our latest big new innovation, the referees draw on a round-by-round basis. And here they all are. So the chief referee, the centre referee from Greece, Pascalina Narantsaki. The left side referee from Jordan, Assam Al-Zubi. And our right side referee from Italy is Chiara Cifarelli. Our technical controller from Czechia, the Czech Republic. This is Veronika Kuchtova. And the technical delegate is Zita Gierko. So greetings from Will Downing and the long-standing national coach, Mary Hodge. 90 seconds of the off in this women's Group C final.
Yeah. I only got one question. So is that all you got? You go big or stronger. You push harder. Is that all you got? You climb higher, faster. So is that all you got? You put your best and the rest in. No resting. Is that all you got? So you a victor. I only got one question. So is that all you got? Yeah, look at you now. So is that all you got? Take a look at you now. So is that all you got? Look at you now. Is that all you got? Yeah, I only got one question. So is that all you got?
So there we go, we are all ready. The athletes are set, the crowds will start building tremendously. And this 61 kilo title will be decided over the next 3 hours or so.
Paralympic World Championships. We begin in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready for some powerlifting?
There's our man Victor Paulo, who's on the mic this afternoon. So the mornings are his own again. And now, Gvansa Guladava. The stage is hers. She's starting off with a lift of 60 for Georgia. It is her major championship debut. We've seen her in one international event previously. That was in Tbilisi. It had to be in Tbilisi. Everything's there these days. That was in the World Cup. She finished in 9th there. She lifted 53 kilos. This her first major championship, debuting for this large Georgia team.
She's strapped in, making sure she's set and placed exactly where she wants to be on the bench so that her body's under the bar, her hands are where they want to be, and she's getting ready to go. And the bar is out.
So this is it. She's starting at 60, which is an advance of 7 on her lifetime best. Working really hard on this one. And that is a good lift. That is a great start. Well, there's not much more that she could have really wanted to do at that stage. Lifetime best by a long way.
Made it look easy, brought it down, stopped on the chest, straight back up, locked out, and waited for the rack command. Well done. Beautiful attempt. Way to start this flight off.
The bar is now loaded. For her first attempt representing Hungary, Kathleen Messi.
So now Katie Mezai coming for Hungary, who was a very successful international swimmer for a very long time, but she's crossed over to this sport based in Budakeszi with the Power Station Club in Tatabánya. European silver medalist she has been in 2015.
And she showed her extension, indicating that the bar will not lock out evenly. That doesn't mean that she doesn't have to lock it out. It just means it might look a little crooked or sideways. And so the referees are reminded of that, and the crowd is reminded of that.
Starting at 66, so she shuffled around a bit. She was originally looking to be starting on 70, but not now, 66, to give her potentially a better start and a successful one. No lift 2, 1 against, and that is the stop sequence, and she misses out there, I'm afraid.
So let's see what happened here. She stops. She comes down more on her right side, therefore making the bar uneven, and then presses up. You must come motionless on your chest, and the bar cannot sink on the right or the left. Nice try. Hopefully she'll come back and get that.
The bar is now loaded. For her first attempt representing Japan, Hiroko Kiryu.
So now coming through for Japan is Hiroko Kiryu, 7th in the Asian Championships last year. It was her championship debut. Came to Dubai, finished 4th in the World Cup here in December. She lifted 65 kilos. That was a great result. That's a lifetime best, which she's trying to break now. And she's coached by Ryuichi Arakawa usually. So on the way to trying to set a new standard in this competition.
Getting strapped in, legs nice and wide, opens up her hip pocket, ensures that her body doesn't move from one side to the other, rolling when she's taking the bar out of the rack. And then she's got her waist belt that she is going to tighten to push a little air up into her chest, heighten her chest, and make sure those muscles stay tight. And she's just about ready to take it out.
Well, she's only got 20 seconds left, so it's going to have to be now. So pushing through at 68. And that is a good lift, 2-1 in her favour. So Kiryu has started really well. Great result.
Here it comes down, a little bouncy on the chest, straight back up, but she's been able to secure 2 white lights, and so she's off. Nice attempt.
So Kiryu doing really well out of that. And she gets 68, so she leads. Good result, that.
For her first attempt representing Ireland, Niamh Buckley.
For Ireland now, it is Niamh Buckley coming out on stage with one of her massive extended coaching team. Oh, it's her dad, Tig, as well. Her mother, Aileen, is in the crowd. She got her exam results on Friday, the Leaving Cert, got that. Going to university in nearby Tralee in a few weeks, which is one of her top results of the week. Another one, silver in the World Juniors in the next gen.
She sounds like she's having a great week, huh?
Well, this will make it a little bit better. She's going here for 70. It was a big fight she was in for the medals in her next gen final. But she came through. She lifted 74, which would be a lifetime best.
And she's secured and ready to go. And it's out.
Leave Buckley in, going for 70, so a little bit underneath what she finished with last week. And Tuesday in the World Juniors, punched through, got the lift. Nothing against her on the press. 2-1 against her on the press from the center and the right side referee.
And she's on her way up, and you see on the right side her arm doesn't quite shoot up evenly, and it almost does an up and down. That is just, she just has to press and dig and just press straight up. It didn't look terrible at all, just a small little adjustment, and she should be able to come out and get that. She is probably a little fatigued from her other competition, so she's just going to have to go back and revive herself and get prepared.
Representing Argentina, Estela Ospina.
So now for Argentina, it is a big welcome back to Estela Ospina, 4th in the Americas Championship in 2018, 4th in the Pan Ams in 2019, edged out in both. They were for Venezuela, where she's from, but she's now living in Argentina, and the transfer took forever to get through. She's missed a few competitions off the back of it, but she's kept training the entire time, and now here she is representing Argentina at the World Championships in Dubai. And that's a surprise in itself. But coming now for 72, and this to take the lead. We've had 2 misses just before this.
She's getting mentally prepared, taking in her breath. Oftentimes you'll see lifters do what she just did. They touch their nose, and that indicates they're right exactly under the bar where they want to be. They also are then trying to heighten, push their shoulder blades together and heighten their chest. It's a great tactic if you have the ability to lift up like that.
So 72. Worth waiting for. Good lift into the lead for Argentina. Estela Ospina. That was really, really good.
Absolutely perfect. Touches, straight up drives to the top, holds it until she hears a rack. That was really beautiful.
That's a good place to start. And out in front for Argentina in this Group C. Now we are going to see Nicola Dore for Ireland. Well, it was bronze in the European Championships in 2018, and she therefore became Ireland's first ever championship medalist off the back of that, a day before the daughter of the man who's on stage with her, that being Brittany Arenzi, and he being Denver. So, from Limerick, who win everything, it's the same old story from what we've been telling you the last few years. And here she is for 74, so she's going really high.
I absolutely love her setup. She crosses her hands and she's just focusing while she's getting strapped in. And she's just concentrating on what she's about to do. Great job.
Silver medalist in the Manchester World Cup in 2020. She went to Tokyo for the World Cup in 2019 and came away with the bronze. And she's a former wheelchair racer, and her coach Roy Kieran is as well. There's quite a few of them around. Alex Adelaide, who we've seen this week. Remember him, he was really, really good. Then she has marathons under her belt, and lots of them. And she'll have 74 under her belt here, she'll hope. And it is no lift, and it is 2 on the press and 2 on the stop sequence.
Yes, the stop was really quick, but she did follow the coach's command, so coach needs to slow it down a bit and let her come down, let her rest a second on the chest, and then push it straight up. And because it was so fast, it becomes a little more difficult to control on the way up. She can do this, though. Clearly she has that power.
Yeah, she picked up honours at the Irish Championships as well, which were held in November in Dublin. She lifted 74 there, and that was her second round, so she started off with this time. She's obviously done it previously. And a woman who we have seen before, and on, Samkook Anon, going for 75, which is 8 kilos below her lifetime best. And again, a woman who we see so often on the international circuit. Bronze in last year's Southeast Asian Games. That was in solo. This year in Phnom Penh. And she won the silver in that. Bronze in the total lift behind Rani Puji Astuti. She got 2 of her 3 lifts in that, and she's looking to do the same here. And obviously the big tell we've seen in a lot of these competitions in these World Championships, try and get all your 3 lifts in, and there may well be a prize coming for you in the total lift. By the way, Samkook Anon is in the Legends category, and Estelia Espina is as well in this group. So here she comes, Samkook Anon. Last time we saw on a huge stage, she finished in 5th place in the Asia Oceania Championships. So this for 75 for Samkook Anon. And that's a good lift, 2-1 in her favour, and she leads at the end of round 1.
And all she needs is the 2 whites. When we watch the replay, we'll see on the right side the bar dips down just below the chest, and that's probably what that red was. But she does even it out on the way up and locks it out evenly, and that's all she needs. She'll have to be careful on that right side, though. Nicely done.
Well, progressing really well is Samkook Anon. She started off with that good lift of 75. She went as high as 83 in the Asia Oceania Championships last year, and that decent finish of 5th, but she continues to pick up top titles, top medals, which is something Kwanza Kolataba will love to do in years to come. 65 is her target here, a second attempt, having got 60 in the opening round.
Gets strapped across the knees and also across the feet. This is to ensure that her legs do not go from one side to the other when she's pressing up.
So here she comes again, aiming for 65. This would be an early lead in terms of the total lift and a lifetime best as well. And she has got that good lift, 3 white lights, 65.
That was really awesome. Just got in, under the bar, holds it on the chest, motionless, and drives it up. No issues or concerns whatsoever. Really nicely done.
The bar is now loaded. For her second attempt representing Hungary, Captain Messi.
So that is mission accomplished so far, and that is a very good way to start it. Kati Mesai looking to get 66, her second attempt at it. Just a little bit of danger of getting stuck, which she doesn't want to do.
She's in position now, getting strapped, measuring her fingers on the bar to be exactly where she wants to be, inside those hash marks. And I'm sure everyone's noticed this, but you must wrap the thumb around the bar, which is what she's got.
So here she comes for 66, having missed her first attempt at it. And that'll do it. Good lift, all nice and tidy this time. 66 for Kati Mesai. That's what she wanted to do first time.
Really nice adjustment, holding it nice and tight. In fact, she did what we call an overpause to ensure that she held it long enough on the chest, and then just straight up. Nicely done. Nice adjustments in the back to ensure she got that.
The bar is now loaded.
So Mesai gets it at the second attempt.
Hiroko Kiryu.
Now Hiroko Kiryu is coming up at 72. She's adding 4 onto the bar for Japan. Usually coached by Ryuichi Arakawa. So adding 4 on from her earlier effort.
Athletes are a funny breed. So you see that she went to the other side of the bench. That's where she normally gets on. And what a coach will tell you is always do the same thing. So for her, the same thing is approaching the bench on that side. And so she gets on that side. And this way she's comfortable. And it's exactly methodically what she does in training, etc., etc. Great job. Plenty of time. That 1 minute bell just rang, but that's okay. She's got plenty of time.
Hiroko Kiryu then going for 72. She's currently in third position. She would lead in terms of the total lift as well, which would be quite valuable for her. We've had 3 misses in that opening round. So 72, Kiryu Hiroko. Just getting herself back into position. She's 20 seconds to go. She's got herself sorted. Certainly worked last time in terms of her lift. And this time around, Hiroko Kiryu misses out on the stop sequence, which I'm afraid to say, certainly from the side, where peeking behind the right side referee did look to be the case, I'm afraid to say.
Yes. She didn't really touch her chest. She kind of just glanced it with the bar, and then she moved very rapidly. You don't have to sit there forever, but you do have to have a noticeable stop between the descent and the ascent. She can go back and fix that easily.
So 72 she misses out on, and now the big decision to come about whether she sticks or twists.
The bar is now loaded. For her second attempt representing Ireland, Nicola Dorr.
So now staying on 74, this is Nicola Dorr for Ireland. Went for this last time as well. So that bronze in Berck-sur-Mer on the northern French coast 5 years ago, a real career maker, but those World Cup medals as well have certainly added to it. So this was 74 then. And tons of time and loads of attention in the local press, which is what you always want. And this is a fourth World Championship now. 11th last time out. That was her highest finish. So 74 for Nicola Dore. Yep, good lift, perfect, 3 white lights, there you go. Matches a lifetime best from the Irish Championships in Dublin, the Irish Wheelchair Association. She does it again.
Excellent. Holds it longer on the chest and drives it straight up. It's all about the timing on the chest. So you don't have to hold it forever, but you have to hold it long enough that it's controlled on the way down, and you can control it on the way up. Nicely done, really great adjustment.
And the important thing is that gets her a result as well, which is very helpful in terms of funding. So now for Argentina, Estelia Espina got 72 last time out, and now going for 75. And this would also mean the lead in the total lift, and it would mean the lead in the Legends total. And coming up in the Legends competition is Naira Gomez of Brazil in Group A. And that's it. So, tell you what, Estelia Espina, Sum Kununan, they've already picked up medals. They are going to finish on a score. They're going to finish in the top 3, and they're going to finish on a total. That's going to be a couple of sets of medals, and that is going to be a really nice day's work for the two of them. I've no idea if they know that yet. No, in the Legends competition, and passed on the news to a bronze medalist the other day that they'd taken it, and they hadn't realised up to that stage.
I'll tell you, usually the athletes don't look at the boards. They just focus on what their next attempt is, and that's really good because it keeps them focused on what's coming, not what's happened in the past. So she probably doesn't know.
So Estelia Espina for Argentina, 75. Now she's got it raised, and that is no lift, 2-1 against. It was the press sequence. She might have been able to squeeze that through. Centre referee gave her a knockdown in the stop sequence as well.
So as soon as she comes off her chest, and she was really fast off the chest, she actually dips down to the left side before she rises, and then consequently is uneven on the top. So she just needs to clean up that chest. Again, so much of it is about what happens on the chest.
So next up for Ireland, it is Niamh Buckley, and she's following her path. Now, this is for a lifetime best of 75. She lifted 74 with her third lift on Tuesday in the World Juniors in Dubai. She got her third lift in, finally, and that earned her that world silver. So now she's showing ambition. 75 this is with her second attempt.
She's getting strapped in, getting ready to go to work. She needs to leave that other attempt behind and just focus on what she knows she needs to do. Plenty of time, 1 minute, to collect herself and be prepared.
So Niamh Buckley going for 75. Second attempt at it. Pushing and punching, and she got it completed. And that's a good lift. There you go. Score on the door. A lifetime best of 75. And Niamh Buckley moves up into second place.
That was great. She held it for a minute on the chest, not literally a minute, and then she pushed it straight up, and she was not going to be denied. That was really a great comeback. Nicely done.
The bar is downloaded.
Great result. 75 for Niamh Buckley, and that has her on the joint top with Samu Kunon, who's coming up now, the regular Southeast Asian Games medalist. Now you see, if only there was a Northwest Europe Games. Probably have to be held indoors the whole time though, that's the only problem. So, Samu Kunon, silver and bronze in the Southeast Asian Games a couple of weeks ago. Cambodia 2023, they've still got the shirt on. Ah, merchandise, nice. That's the official team uniform for that. And maybe on the other sleeve it has this competition. She's the former Southeast Asian Games champion 2017. Her first Paralympic Games, she won silver, Sydney 2000, bronze in Beijing 08. It's her 8th World Championships, bronze in 1998. For the reigning Asian Games champion. Her last World Championship medal was 2002. Claimed bronze in Dubai 25 years ago. Still going strong. In terms of the Legends competition, she is on top right now. Estelle Espina is in the silver medal position. And Samu Kunon is also leading the total lift by a long way. There's only 2 who've got the marks in. She only leapt up by 1. And that was a very smart move.
She brings it down, tight on the chest, and straight up. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. And look at that smile. She knows she's done it. Good job. Now she has to continue to be smart with her next attempt, remembering that on the 3rd attempt you can change it twice. So she could go up 1 kilo with the plan of going up 5 kilo, but change it again. So she'll be smart.
I'm glad to say that everybody's got their lifts in as well, which is always good to see in this competition. So, 66 at the second attempt, this for 71. At the moment of the total lift, Samu Kunon leads that 151. Mansa Goladava second on 125. Niamh Buckley is third in 75. Everybody else with 1 lift in, including Buckley. Kunon also leads the Legends competition and the Legends total. There's nobody in the Legends in Group E, and there is Naira Gomez solely in Group A. Akati Mezai is not there yet. So she doesn't have to worry about that whatsoever.
And it's out.
So going here for 71 for Mezai. That's a struggle and it's not going to get lifted, so she finishes on 66. Got her 1 lift in.
No lift.
66 is where the story ends for Kati Mezai, who was once a European silver medalist
And that's what we see sometimes on the third attempt. The athletes are just fatigued. The one side wants to really push, and the other side is just too fatigued. Nice try, though.
So on we go. Well, I'll tell you what a combination Kwanza Gulodava is having. And if she gets this, she'll have the satisfaction of getting all lifts in. But in terms of European competition, well, the next Europeans will be 2026. Obviously, the World Cup circuit returns to Tbilisi next year. They've got all the equipment, so it's going to get well used. Don't worry about that. Strapping exception, and can't fully extend her legs either, as required in the regulations. So, going for 72. Steady does it. Well, she's tried to keep that as clean as possible, and if she's gone that at a good rate, yep, she has. That's all good. That was so nice and steady. She's got 3 lifts in. She leads the total lift. She and Anon will lead her for a long time.
Just such a clean lifter. Down, holds, straight up, locks out. All 3 attempts, just phenomenal. Really excellent work.
For her third attempt representing Japan, Hiroko Kiryu.
So now for Japan, Hiroko Kiryu going for 72, having missed 68. No, she got 68, she missed 72 last time, so this is why she's going for 72 again. It's easy when you know how. So this will stick her up a notch to try and overtake Gulodava. Leading on 76 is Somkun Anon, and there'll be a few attempts to slide past her shortly.
Getting herself situated, and the coach will strap her in, make sure she's locked in nice and tight. She does take quite a bit of the clock, but I think she's probably done this in training because she doesn't seem to be rushed.
She's reasonably new to the scene, it's worth pointing that out. It's her second championship.
And then the coach pushes her shoulders in to try and uplift her chest a little higher.
Well, she's now down to single digits. 7 seconds to go. Has she got the gold fingers working? Kiryu, afraid not. All 3 red lights on the press.
She comes down, she bounces on the chest, and then she tries to get off the chest and go up, and she almost does a little bit of up and down midway before she locks out. Really nice try, just not today. She'll go home, she'll fix those little errors, she'll do well next time.
Well appreciated, she's had a good competition. Third and final lift coming for Estelia Espina of Argentina for 75. So 5th in the Americas Championship in Bogota, where she lifted 65. And in the Pan Ams in Lima the following year, edged out the medals by 10. She lifted 68 there, so she's gone way beyond her lifetime best in this. And those were individual weight categories by and large. Wasn't always the case for the Pan Ams. So going for 75 again. She's going to pick up Legends medals here, and if she gets this as well, she will go 3rd in the total lift. She's currently 2nd in the Legends competition and the Legends total, and there's only one more to go, so she's going to be on that podium.
And she's ready. And bars out, just about.
So 75. Punched through that really well, got the press complete. Yep, good lift. There you go, 75. Good job, well done. 2 lifts out of 3, gets the biggest one.
That was great. Just swift off the chest, yet controlled, locked it out. Really, really great. No doubt that she was going to punch that through. Nicely done.
Well, it was such a long, long wait to get back into an international competition following the transfer from Venezuela. Here comes Niamh Buckley going for another lifetime best of 77. Cleared 75 in the previous round. So this to take the lead.
So nice to see from the Irish team, so many family members in the audience cheering them on. That's really, really great for the athletes. They really, really appreciate when they have family members and all the family members cheer for everyone. It's just awesome.
I think just about everybody is here. It's their biggest ever team with 7 in it. And they've completely revitalized and regenerated and reinvigorated. The last Worlds in Dubai, they had a team of 3 men in it, and the current national team coach O'Gurn was one of those, and it was actually a rarity. He was the on-stage coach for a teammate of his, Christopher O'Connor, and he was one of the few, the very few, count them on one hand, wheelchair athletes on stage as a coach, and now there are loads. Well, that's been interrupted. So Niamh Buckley, the spotters were told to wait in there, so it's been voted down. 77 she misses out on, she got 75, and that's a new lifetime best.
Really valiant try though. She doesn't give up on it, she keeps pushing, and that you have to give her a lot of credit for. Nice job.
Well, that would have been the lead. She has her world next gen silver medal out of the World Juniors.
What's really good about an athlete that does something like that, from a coach's vantage point, they look at that and they say, okay, this is a weight this person can get pretty soon. Wasn't clean, but close to it. Next competition, she'll have it.
From West Cork, by the way, she is. Not sure I mentioned that earlier. The Cork Kerry border, she's featured with the Kingdom Wheel Blasters as well. And moving up slightly north, Nicola Dore going for 77, having got 74. So again, this is for the lead. And this would also put her into 3rd place. On the total lift, she would be right alongside some Cook Anon, who's already got to 151 first. So it's a big one from her point of view, and it is lifetime best territory again. And this for 77. No, all three against her on the press sequence, which, well, she's delighted with how the competition's gone, and her immediate reaction, you can tell that she probably thought that too.
She's a little fast off the chest, and then she just gets stopped at the halfway mark. She tries to push it, but just gets stuck. Really nice job, though. Really nice work, and she's come away with a good attempt and should be very proud of herself.
The bar is now loaded.
Well, gave it a good effort, and both Niamh Buckley and Nicola Dore with the last effort pushed the final press, not quite complete. So Songkun Anon, the Southeast Asian Games champion, former world bronze medalist twice. And in the last World Championships, she finished in 13th place. So for this, well, she's going to have to try and get up as much as she can. She's leading the Legends competition. Stelia Espina is in second place in that. Anon leading the total lift in the Legends with Espina in second. So worse for Songkun Anon, it is going to be silver. And for Stelia Espina, it will be the bronze. And this is for 84. This is a leap. Biggest that we've seen.
Stretching those shoulder muscles out, making sure she's nice and limber to execute this lift.
Well, now Golotava's the only one to get all three lifts in so far, and Songkun Anon is looking to match that. She put a huge amount into that, so she got the press complete in the end at 84. And that is no lift against her on the press. And so she finishes on 76. So right, in terms of the total lift, she's second.
Straight down, and you see she just comes up too fast on the right side, can't catch up on the left side. Really nice try, though. Valiant effort, and a lot of respect that she continued and locked it out to finish it off.
What that means now is that the total lift is led by Glansa Golotava, who went for the lowest efforts and who was able to achieve the highest total of 197. Anon leading, best lift 76 for Thailand, Niamh Buckley second for Ireland 75. Stelia Espina, Argentina 75, Nicola Dore for Ireland 74 in fourth. And it's Golotava who got all of her marks in and went right beyond her lifetime best in doing that. Anon in second place, Espina in third, and Anon and Espina are 1 and 2 in both Legends competitions, and they will be for a couple of hours. Group B on the way in 10 minutes.
Coaches, attention. 5 minutes remaining for changes to the first attempt. Attention coaches, 1 minute.
So Group B coming up. This is Becky Bedford and Kim Dean's territory. They're looking to go high. For Britain, 102 and 100. Zainab Khatun will be joining first of all on 75. And we're ready to meet the athletes. And a reminder of the records.
Ladies and
In
gentlemen,
terms of Group A, we'll be seeing Onyinyechi Mark and Ugi Janji, Fat Karani, Anna Pinto as well later on. So let's join the athletes, meet them. B.
representing India, Khatun Zainab.
First of all, Zainab Khatun going for 72. Next up, Doya Shai for Great Britain.
India, Kumari Raj.
It'll be a very busy time for them today. So for India, Raj Kumari. Miriam Aguilar will be upcoming. Raj Kumari is in position. Mexico, Miriam Aguilar, lifetime best of 102. Tatiana Bobrovska coming up next. And coming up for Poland, it is Paulina Kravecka Putsiak, European silver and bronze medalist in her career. Kim Dean for Great Britain, looking for 92 for the moment. And behind her, Becky Bedford for Great Britain, likewise.
Ladies and gentlemen, your athletes.
So 2 for India, 3 for Great Britain. Busy times ahead for everybody. Those are the athletes in Group B incoming.
Now the athletes are going to head back. They want to just finish off those last few warm-ups, stay hydrated, stay warm, and get this party started in less than 3 minutes. They're ready to roll.
Let's take a look at the big screen and find our officials for this session.
And our referees draw for this Group B. And here they are.
Let's meet our officials for the session.
They're all looking happy to be here. Oh, they are too.
Our officials for this section.
starting off with our centre referee, the chief referee, Saida Machal, Malaysia. Our left side referee from Egypt, Mohammed Imam El Said. Right side referee from Greece, Nikolaos Zantzis. Technical controller from the Czech Republic, Veronika Kuchtova. Little delegate, Zita Kiako from Hungary. So everybody in position and ready to go, and Group B will be starting imminently.
Yeah. I only got one question, so is that all you got? You go big or stronger, you push harder, is that all you got? You climb higher, faster, so is that all you got? You put your best in the West End, no resting, is that all you got? So you a victor, I only got one question, so is that all you got? Yeah, look at you now, so is that all you got? Take a look at you now, so is that all you got? Look at you now, is that all you got? Yeah, I only got one question, so is that all you got?
Spot loaders, please lower the bar to 72 kilograms. Rack height 11.
So there we go. And we'll be starting off shortly with Zainab Khatoon.
Our competition for the women's 61 category Group B begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready for some powerlifting? The bar is now loaded.
So we're ready to go.
First attempt, representing India.
So coming in for India, this is Zainab Khatoon, who'll be going for 72.
The world record for the women's 61 kilogram category is 143 kilograms. The current Asia record is 132 kilograms. For her first attempt representing India, Khatoon Zainab.
So Zainab Khatoon coming now, so she's going for 72. And I know we have a few curiosities now and again when it comes to competitors from India. A lot of the time they have in the past been entered under one name. This is not Sakina Khatoon, who's a previous Asia Oceania and Asian Games silver medalist and Commonwealth Games bronze medalist. It's her major championship debut. She was here actually for the World Cup in December, and she won bronze in that. Jitender has been a regular coach. First major championship with one World Cup under her belt already, and she lifted 70 in that. So this for a lifetime best.
Smart lifter, she checks both the outside to make sure the bar is centered as it should be, so that when she takes it out, it doesn't start out uneven.
There she comes, and there she went.
And
that is a good lift. And that's all that was needed.
Very nice. Nice stop on the chest, straight up. The head referee gave her a red, possible, that's the middle official, that her head might have moved slightly, or they saw something on the chest that we couldn't see from the replay, but she looked really terrific, and way to start this flight off.
So 72, it started really well.
The bar is now loaded. For their first attack representing India.
So now, here comes Raj Kumari, bronze in the Dubai World Cup behind Greta Radanyan of Armenia and Moza Al-Ziyudi of the United Arab Emirates. That was in December. That was fun times for that 79. Asia Oceania Championship, she finished 5th in that. It's her 2nd World Championships, now marking the previous one though in Tbilisi. So she's up for it, she's ready for it. And she has a nice bit of major championship experience under her belt now. That's always welcome. She is from Delhi and her coach has been Vijay Bhuneshwar.
Coach has strapped her in nicely. She's got her chest up. Bar's out already.
Well, here she comes on the way for 76. She's not wasting any time at all. Going right in for it. That is a good lift. What a nice start. Everybody's got their marks in. The two for India. Zainab Khatun and Raj Kumari, who've actually lifted back to back.
You're not kidding about not wasting any time. The coach hadn't even gotten to the coach's box since she started. Good for her. Excellent execution. Straight down. Holds it on the chest. Straight up. Now she'll confer with the coach on the way back what she wants her next attempt to be. And she's moving on. Nicely done.
Well, there's been a lot of movement around in terms of what the marks are due to be. So now for Great Britain, it is a World Championship debut for Doa Shaya of Plymouth, the City of Plymouth Athletics Club. Is also in her day a wheelchair racer, 5th in the European Championships last year, which was a really super debut for her. And she's 25 years old. So she lifted 65 in Tbilisi at the European Championships. She was only a kilo in the end behind Ireland's Dave Buckley. So 65 for Doa, then 75 took the bronze. Becky Bedford and Kim Dean, her British teammates, took the gold and silver in that order, and there are 3 British lifters in this round. Those 2 are going with her. So Ben Richards alongside. Probably they're using their entire coaching team for this. So here she comes, 76. This will be a lifetime best by 11. If she got it 2 and against on the press sequence. So she'll have to wait, I'm afraid.
So let's see what happens. She stops on the chest nicely, straight up, and she doesn't lock out evenly. And her arms do a little pump up and down as she's trying to lock out. That needs to be a smooth lockout, no pump up and down, because that gives the simulation of an up and down, and that is a red light.
And by the way, being from Plymouth, I just want to mention Gordon Sparks, brilliant football commentator who passed away in the past couple of months, and a brilliant radio presenter, and I know will be very, very, very sadly missed down in the southwest of England. So now, Tetiana Bobrovska of Ukraine going for 86. And this is a bit of a leap, 10 on top of what she's done before.
knows exactly where she wants those straps to be, holding her legs together so the coach can get them in the exact spot so that her legs stay straight up, bent at the knees.
So this is 86 for Bobrovska.
1 minute remaining.
Fourth in the Tbilisi World Cup, which was an excellent result for her. Picked up medals for that. And now going for 86 for Ukraine. Yes, that's it. Bobrovska, 86. Really good lift, really huge lead for Ukraine. That is a lifetime best by a massive amount.
Absolutely perfect. Holds it on the chest, drives straight up, locks it out. You couldn't have a more perfect lift. Well done.
She's done a terrific job in that. Bobrovska, who we previously saw finishing 7th in the World Championships last time. And that 4th place finish in the Tbilisi World Cup, which I've somehow given her a medal for, but deserved. Now, it is Miriam Aguilar for Mexico. And again, what a fabulous World Cup that they organized in Veracruz. She is the Mexican champion as well. And she finished in 4th spot in the Americas last year. She finished 2nd behind Amalia Perez, her great teammate in that Veracruz World Cup final.
If you hear the knocking in the background, it is not Will and I, it's the cameraman.
Oh, what's he done?
I don't know, every once in a while there's a knock, knock, knock.
Oh.
She's getting herself prepared, really hyperextending that back so that that chest can be really high up to that bar. And this way she can travel less distance and her shoulder blades are together, therefore recruiting more of those upper back muscles.
4th in the Americas Championship, and previously the champion in this and the Pan Am champion 10 years ago. So for 90, this for the lead. No, I'm afraid not. So 2 against her in the press sequence, and also from a left side referee, the stop sequence too.
So she was a bit fast on the stop on the chest, and as she comes up sideways, the bar actually hits the rack on the left side, and that's going to get her an automatic red from every referee. Unfortunate, because she has that. She just needs to have that bar a little further away from the rack and drive straight up, not back.
She has been the Pan Am champion numerous times. It's a 5th World Championship as well, and the best was 10th. Best was 5th in 2010. And she qualified for 1 Paralympic Games as well, which was Athens. So now coming up for Poland, it's greetings to Paulina Praweczka-Puciak, European silver and bronze already. Really good competitor this. Finished 8th in the last Paralympic Games in Tokyo, bronze last year in Tbilisi. And not for the first time. Bronze in 2018 and silver in 2015 as well, based in Bydgoszcz with the Start Bydgoszcz club. Her friends call her Pinka, Spina. We'll just call her Paulina. So that's the time. She's still only actually 31. She's been around a good few years at this stage and hoovering up medals.
And it's out.
So here she is. Well, she's been here before. It's strange to see her in Group B, but for 91, that's a good lift. And she has a chance of wading up high among the rest. She is a 100 competitor, 100 with her third and last lift, won her bronze in the Euros.
Beautiful. Touch on the chest, nice and tight, straight up, locks it out. And that is a wonderful lift. Really nicely done. And she knows it. Look at that big smile. Great job. Coach Marius will be happy as well.
The bar is now loaded.
So it is Poland who lead, and we have 2 to go in this round, and they both represent Britain. So first of all, it's the European silver medalist from last year from the University of Salford, Kim Dean. Really great result last year, 89 to pick up the silver, and Becky Bedford edged her out with a 90, and they walked in together, actually along with Doa as well. So they all came in as a team. And so they're competing together and not against each other, if you like. Dean finished with 89 last year. This is for 92, so this is way beyond her European title winning mark. Tom Whittaker is on stage. And Kim Dean with a 92. This to take the lead. She's going to have to hang on. Her reaction kind of suggests that she thought that might be the case. All 3 on the press sequence.
On the right side, you see it lags behind the left. So they do not come up timely, and that's what the issue is. And that's why she got press sequence. She has that weight, though. She just needs to clean up that one side, drive off the chest evenly, and lock out.
For her first attempt representing Great Britain.
Well, it might have been Britain 1, Britain 2 at this stage. Kim Dean is going to challenge the lift. So the referees will have a glance at that again.
There is a challenge.
Well, now Becky Bedford is coming out. Kim Dean has had the challenge, so they have to have a look at that back. That was for 92. Need to get the footage in. So that's what I'm saying. So that E there, as you can see, of Becky Bedford, keep that in mind, what you've seen in the referee's screen, because they are now told automatically of the exemptions, and there you see the lift challenge has been rejected. So that E for Becky Bedford means that you saw on the previous screen that she can't fully extend her elbows. Lift challenge for Kim Dean has been rejected.
Yes, and Tom, the coach, can only see from one position, and so from his direction, it probably looked good, but clearly on the right side, you could see she hits the left before the right, as far as lockout.
So Becky Bedford coming in now from Lichfield. She's been at the University of Sheffield studying history. Brilliant badminton star in her time, 3 times world champion, women's doubles, 4 singles and 1 bronze. Actually, as I see, Kim Dean was a badminton champion as well, and a former athlete. this for 93 for the lead. It could have been Britain 1 and 2. May well have been. Would have been if Kim Dean's appeal had been given. But now it is Bedford for 93, who hasn't had to linger on that much at all. And the European champion gets a good lift. 93 for Becky Bedford.
That really was a good lift. Just nice and strong. Holds it on the chest. Locks it straight out. Really nicely done. Here it is, and straight up, and locks it out. Nice job. She's pumped. Good job.
So at the end of the opening round, it is Becky Bedford who leads for Britain in 93. Paulina Prevechka-Puciak in second spot in 91, and in third in 86 is Tetiana Boborovska with 86.
Great Britain, I'm going to need you to make some noise for her second attempt, representing Great Britain, Doa Shea.
Well, Doa Shea coming now again from Plymouth, and a second attempt at 76, having missed it in the opening round. So this to wade up the field, a reminder that it would be a lifetime best by 11. It's under the World Powerlifting system. Other powerlifting circuits or local competitions don't count towards that. It's important to point that out. So Shea going again for 76.
1 minute remaining.
So here she goes again. And again, she's got the lift in well raised. And that is a good lift this time. It's 2-1 in her favour. That pushes her up the field into 5th place in this World Championship final.
That was amazing. Straight down, tight on the chest, locks it straight out. Nicely done. Goes back, makes a couple little changes, and comes out and executes almost perfectly. The middle referee gave her a red light, but she got 2 whites, and that's all that counts.
For her second attempt, representing India, Hatun Zainab.
So, Zainab Khatun back for 76 for India. So India have got 2 in this. Great Britain 3, Mexico, Ukraine, Poland. So busy time for everyone, isn't it? And 76, very good lift at 72 to lead Pan in front. Team for India just keeps on growing. So this is the race to Hangzhou. To step it up a little bit. India are allowed 2 in it. We've actually got 2 scheduled for the 55 kilo final as well. Suman Devi and Seema Rani. It's brilliant to see. The sport is just developing so well. Excellent team of coaches here, as has been the case past couple of championships, and well, here to stay. Zainab Khatun going for 76. Zainab Khatun getting 76. And she takes the lead in the total lift, 148 for India.
That was just outstanding. Technically accurate on the chest, straight up, drives it, locks it out. That was unbelievable, just perfect. We've had some remarkably perfect attempts today.
The bar is now loaded. For her second attempt representing India, Kumari Raj.
So now back-to-back Indian lifts again. This is Raj Kumari going for 81, having got 76 in the opening round. The Asia Oceania 5th placer last year, with that bronze in the Dubai World Cup. Very welcome. Now she gets this, she steps above Lin Yafzan and Motnot to go 7th in the race to the Asian Games. Well, there are 8 listed going through. Again, same principle, whoever reaches a figure first, that is their figure. Anybody else who reaches it has to go a place below, etc. If 10 people get 100 kilos, then it will be in the order that they got it first. Now, how was that stop sequence for Raj Kumari from 81? It was good, because only one referee, the wide side referee from our angle, didn't like it. And that was from our angle. The other angles obviously looked fine. 2-1 for India, and she's got 81.
Here she comes, straight on the chest and straight up. It might have been a little fast on the chest, but she looked great. She's got the 2 whites, and on she goes. Great job.
Smallers are to 90 kilograms, wrapped like 8. The bar is now loaded. For her second attempt, representing Mexico, Miriam Aguilar.
Miriam Aguilar coming now for Mexico. Well, what a career. America's champion in 2015, silver in 2018, bronze in St. Louis last year, 4th in St. Louis last year, I should say. Pan Am Games, champion in 2011 in Guadalajara, and in 03 actually. 5 Pan Am she's been in, she's medaled each time, 2 gold, 3 silver. 5th World Championship, 5th her best finish in 2010. Jesus Garcia has been her long-term coach. Let's see if she can barge her way onto the board here. She missed the opening attempt at 90. If she gets this, then we'll only have had 1 out of the 15 so far who won't have had a mark against their name.
One minute remaining.
And she's set, getting her hands set now. Great height on her chest.
So on the way here for 90, Miriam Aguilar. That's silver in the Veracruz World Cup, standing to her, but no, it's 2-1 against again. Left side referee to stop, right side referee to press.
So the stop was fast, and the press goes what we call ladder. One side up, one side down, and then continuing to go straight up. You have to have one fluid movement from your chest. You cannot go rock sideways. That would be considered a no lift. She should be able to come back and fix this for her next attempt.
For her second attempt, representing Ukraine, Tatiana.
So now Tatiana Bobrovska is back for Ukraine. She got 86 in the previous round, this for 91. Well, a high finish in that World Cup in Tbilisi. Just edged out in the end. Definitely a lot of potential from her point of view. She lifted 88 at the last World Championships. Only got to 83 actually in Tbilisi. If she got 88, well 88 was the bronze medal tally for Farisa Toljan, so Bobrovska would have had to match what she'd achieved in the Worlds and get there first. Easier said than done. Olivia Broom won that gold. It was the women's 55 final. Charlotte McGuinness with the silver. Broom was already delivered this week. Bobrovska 91. This to take the lead on the total lift as well. Bobrovska's got it 2-1 in her favour. And that's all she needed to do. Lovely lift by Bobrovska. And she goes into third position alongside Pravečka Puciak.
Really beautiful. Just drives right off that chest, straight up and locks out. That was really a nice attempt. Really beautiful.
Now remember, this is Group B. Still Group A to come. Those of you watching on the Paralympics YouTube, World Powerlifting Facebook, you'll have to retune to watch the A group, decide the medals. Kim Dean would love one. Missed out 92 last time. Going for 92 again from the Isle of Man. The European silver medalist and edged out by 1 kilo. Well, it's a great team they have, certainly in terms of European Championships. The lifts in Group A are going to go up to 140. Not much more to be said about that.
And she shows her extension to ensure the referees know that she cannot extend completely. Her elbows will be bent. That doesn't mean she can't lock out. She just can't extend like other lifters may. She's ready.
And a reminder that there's a visual representation of that as well on the scoreboard, and the referees get to see that scoreboard in their devices nowadays, which you've seen a lot of this week. So Kim Dean going again for 92. It's her second attempt at it, and this to go into the second position behind Becky Bedford. So it's down, and it's up. And from Kim Dean, that is a good lift. Oh yes, 2-1. That's what she wanted, that's what she's now got.
Straight down, straight up, locked out. And she is pumped that she got that. Nice work.
Brilliantly done. And all they can do is hope that there's a few slip-ups in Group A. Definitely in terms of the total lift, at the very least. There's only 3 who've got all the lifts in so far in this group. Paulina Pravečka Puciak is hoping that she can be the next with 93. So Paulina Pravečka Puciak, bronze in the last 2 European Championships and silver in Eger in Hungary in 2015. What was her big championship debut. Now, her 2 world championships today, well, her 3 world championships today, sorry, her 4 world championships today, the best result was 6th in 2010, 8th in 2017, and she might not necessarily want to talk about the other 2. It's her 5th world championship, which I think it's worth writing down for future reference, don't you? Paulina Promechka-Puciak, 93 it is. This to take the lead in the total lift by 7 from Tatiana Boborovka of Ukraine. Paulina Promechka-Puciak.
She's strapped in. She's getting her mindset. Just about ready to take this out.
So, 93 in advance of 2 kilos. She does go to 100 on a day. Depends if she feels that is her day. She's added 2 onto the bar. She's looking to get her marks in. That's the important thing, first of all. She's not got that press sequence from the 2 side referees. No lift. Well.
And we'll see when we go to the replay on the right side, the right leg's behind the left. So the left touches the top first and then the right. Because she does not have any unequal extension, that then is a no lift. Really nice try. I think she was a little surprised at it. When she goes in the back and watches the video, she'll see.
So, Paulina does not get her second mark.
For her second attack, representing Great Britain, Rebecca Bedford.
Becky Bedford going now for 97 for Great Britain. She's got 93 then. '90 was a European Championship winning mark in this category last September. 90 coming in the last round to win the gold and edge out her teammate Kim Dean. She's certainly climbed up in terms of her marks. All those badminton titles standing to her. She's been British champion as well. 13th in her first World Championships last year. Now, the way her lifts are going, she's pitching herself to be 9th, and if she gets this, and she has got this, lifetime best, but I'll tell you what as well, she's really storming up in terms of the top lift. So anybody, she has to get her next one, that's the important one, and anybody else in Group A who's looking for that total lift gold is going to have to get all of their lifts in, and that's not guaranteed up there.
That was tremendous on the chest. Straight up, locks it out. She is one powerful young lady. Nicely done.
Representing Great Britain, Shaya.
So we go into the third round, and because of the vagaries of the draw, Ben Richards has had to whisk himself around, having looked after Becky Bedford and now coaching Doa Shia. Well, they've worked really hard in British weightlifting. They've had a really good talent spotting program. It's no coincidence that the 3 who are in this for Britain have come via other sports and good at other sports. I think we've reached the stage now where it's just not possible to keep 2 sports going.
With all the required competitions there are, it really isn't possible. Unless they're winter and summer.
Kadina Cox has done it in cycling and athletics. That was Rio 2016. Even now you kind of feel that's a bit tricky. Anyway, so yeah, 79. And that will be no lift, it's the press, and it's 2-1 against. Well, the 2 misses she's had, that's been the story. So she's not been far away. She got 1 lift in.
Yeah, she definitely can handle the weight.
Lift challenge, by the way.
We have a lift challenge for Dola Shadia.
And
Her attempt.
now you may be wondering what the point of it is, but extra little bit of funding, and the next 4 or 5 years aiming towards, if not Paris, then LA and Brisbane. And that has been rejected, I can tell you. There you go.
Challenge has been rejected.
It's only been 1 or 2 that have been upheld. It is now the referees who are voting on it, the same referees who voted down earlier, so here it comes again.
She brings it down, she goes up, you see she stutters, the bar sways back and forth, moving towards the rack, which is a red light. So, there it is. Valiant effort though, and what a strong young lady.
Yeah, just about Kadina Cox, by the way, she's still cycling heavily. We didn't see her at the recent Paralympics World Championships in Paris. One which she'll be interested in in doubling up again next year in Paris. I suppose it depends where the venues are. Maybe it doesn't matter at all. 82 then for Zainab Khatoon. Actually called her gold medal race in the athletics in the 400 meters. That was a real honour. Having already taken the cycling, nobody had done that in the history of the Paralympic Games before. Certainly not in the modern era. The first modern Paralympics in the way that we'd recognise in 1988 in Seoul. From then on, it was guaranteed, the agreement between the International Paralympic Committee and the International Olympic Committee, that it would be a jointly organised Olympics and Paralympics in the same cities, same venues. 84, sorry to say, was not the case with LA. 1980 Moscow. But now it is. Here's Zainab Khatoon, 82. This to take the lead in terms of the total lift. I should tell you in terms of the weight variant, Becky Bedford's on 190 already. That is a good lift for Zainab Khatoon. That's brilliant. She's got all 3 of her lifts in. She's gone way above her lifetime best. That's 82 and a total lift of 230.
And that was amazing. She comes down a little fast on the chest, straight up, no hesitation whatsoever, and locks it out. That was an excellent lift. Just fabulous. Just fabulous. Wow. That's pure power. Well done.
Yeah, fabulous lift by Zainab Khatoon. She has a tremendous amount to be proud of. I think their whole team have, really. They've... for want of a better expression, they've just swamped the fields. They've found a whole range of really good, talented athletes that have come through the last couple of World Cups and Asia Oceania Championships. And now in this field of, what, 25? 2 from India. We'll have 2 in the weight division down. Kasturi Rajamani in the women's 86 final. India have the population for it, China as well. It almost feels like a big turning point came along in Beijing 08, the largest Paralympics up to that stage by a huge amount, and China entered a very, very strong team and everything, and they continue to do that. And no, I'm sorry, that's just the bridge too far for Raj Kumari, an extra 7, so she doesn't get it. She's okay. Spotters were there immediately. So 81 she ends it, 157 her total lift.
Just too fast on the way down and just lost control of it. And actually the bar started to slide to the right. That's when you know you have no control. But as you say, thankfully for the spotters to be there and make sure that they get it off of her safely, and she's okay. Nice try. And that's what when we talk about that speed and control on the way down.
Yeah, she's a lot to be satisfied about, and as you can see, she's fine. Raj Kumari lifting 81. 157 has it down the way in terms of the total lift midway through this Group B. Group A is imminent. Remember, nobody in the Legends category in this Group B. There will only be one in Group A, which means right now in the gold medal position in the Legends is Somkoon Anon, and in the silver is Estelia Spina.
She really has to dig deep for this. She's missed her first 2. This is a real, not only strength, but also emotional, mental position for her to come from. She can gather herself and she can do it. We've seen other lifters this past week do it, but it takes a lot.
Yeah, so she's going for 90 again, which is an ask. The last World Championships found herself down the field a little bit. She's only had one top 5 finish. Well, for 90, Miriam Aguilar, that's a strong looking lift. That is the most confident looking lift yet. Don't like being the bearer of bad news. Stop sequence from left and right referees. Yeah.
That's unfortunate. That's what we call a touch and go. You have to stop discernibly between the ascent and the descent, and that's unfortunate because she definitely had the weight. Hopefully she'll go home, look at these videos, and realize that she needs to clean that up.
Well, the former Pan Am and America's champion does not register a mark. Pan Ams are on the way in Santiago in November, right in the east of Santiago, right alongside the Andes. Here comes Tatiana Bobrovska of Ukraine, going for 94. Well, she's had a good consistent run of this. Now, if she gets this, she's way out in front in terms of the total lift. There's only been one in this group, got all the marks in, that's Zainab Khatoon. So far, 230. And if Bobrovska gets this, she goes to 271 odd.
Coach has got her strapped in, making sure her legs will not move.
1 minute remaining.
So Bobrovska for 94. She's had a really good run. Lifetime bests all the way through for Ukraine. Oh, no. That was too much to get that press sorted.
No.
And it's not complete. I know from that angle you don't really tend to see much of the extension where that is our angle with the naked eye, and she just gets stuck.
Right at the halfway mark, she comes off the chest, really nice stop, and just can't move it past that. That's a fairly common mistake on the third attempt, error rather, not mistake, and let's just hope she's feeling okay and she'll go back and she'll recoup and she'll come back and get that weight at another time.
What's the difference between an error and a mistake?
I don't know.
Right,
An error
okay.
sounds nicer.
That's all right. Here comes Kim Dean going for 94.
I think a mistake is an intentional thing. An error, it happens. Here she comes.
Well, Kim Dean missed out on 92 in the previous one.
Yeah, she's got to just drive from that chest, lock both of those arms out together, straight drive, and make sure she stops on that chest.
Well, remember, it was 89 in the European Championships. At Commonwealth Games in front of those huge crowds in Birmingham at the NEC, the National Exhibition Centre, where she finished 8th in that, and Becky Bedford was 6th. Remember, in terms of that, it was done on the coefficient. They were in the lightweight final. Only just being 61 kilos, one more up, and they would have actually been in the heavyweight final. 5 weight divisions taken in both. The only weight Kim Dean cares about now is that 94 to get it lifted. I think she got that extended in the end, so she's happy she's got it raised. But you know what? With the naked eye, I just thought that took a little bit of a ladder on the way up, but anyway, we'll see.
The left side hit the top before the right, and it was just so obvious how slow the right was behind it. Here's the left rising, and there's the right.
Lift challenge coming in, by the way. Yes, I think the left is above the right there, to be honest. We've had 2 lift challenges successful during the week. So they'll have a look again. And she wants the right button pressed, the right one. The right, no. That's not it. Lift challenge will be potentially rejected. Fortunately, it's come up against Paulina. Lift challenge rejected. Paulina will have her marks wiped for this third round. There'll be a slight technical stop because of that, because it's not her lift challenge. She's not come out yet. Kim Dean gets 1 lift in on 92 and misses out at 94. Here's where we are. Becky Bedford is going to go for 98 at the moment. Before that, Paulina Puciak, PPP, 95.
Here she comes, wasting no time getting to the bench.
Now, she has lifted 100 before, and there's a lot more emphasis on lifetime best these days, which is a very good thing. Chance to compare performances a lot more, and obviously the race to Paris and the race to the Asian Games, which Paulina doesn't have to worry about. It's funny, it's something which I would say probably 2019 was a move in emphasis towards that. Obviously for various individual competitors it was a big deal. You're always the hero of your own story. Richard Mason told me that.
1 minute remaining.
So 95 is our morning announcer this week. You know what, he gets to see a bit of Dubai in the evenings now. That's a good job. Here's Paulina Prevecka, 95, and this to go above Kim Dean, actually, just behind Becky Bedford. 95 then. This will be knocking on 200 in terms of the total lift. She's got that complete, got the push through, looked reasonably smooth. Yeah, it was. Oh, yes. That's a great result. She's going to be top 10 at the very least in 10 spot. Paulina's got it away. 95.
Good on her. It looked a little fast on the chest, but on the replay, I bet you we'll see there was a good enough break between the descent and the ascent, and that's all the rule says you have to do. You don't have to make it so obvious. So let's see there. There it is, right there. Okay. 2 whites, and that's all she needs. Good for her. Nice job.
Representing Great Britain for her.
That was a great lift by Paulina for 95, and we've got one more lift to go. It's Becky Bedford going for 98. She's gone through the University of Sheffield studying history. She's 25 now. And this for 98. If she gets this, she's going to lead the total lift for a long time. Total lift being led on 230 by Zainab Khatoon. A reminder that, curiously, in the lower group, only one person got all the lifts in. That was Guladava, 197. But she was going for the lowest mark. So here's the race to Paris. And there's a lot on this being the top British lifter in this, because there's only one British lifter allowed, one for China allowed. Kim Dean is there occasionally. Becky Bedford is properly on the board. This for 98 to help her by another kilo, and this to lead by a long way in the total lift. She has got it! She has got it! Rebecca Bedford leads on 98, and that is, I make it 3 lifetime best today. She's close to 100, which is a milestone in its own right, but she has set her own milestones today.
That was so well done, so well done. And the joy is well earned. Straight down, block, and straight up, blocked out. Really nicely done.
Well, that was a lovely lift by Rebecca Bedford, 98.
And a great reaction too. She looks almost surprised.
She did actually. She squeezed it 2-1 in her favour. And Tom Whittaker, the national team coach, delighted. Rebecca Bedford 98, Paulina Prevecka-Puziak 95, Kim Dean 92, Tatjana Bobrovska 91. And in terms of the total lift, it is Bedford who leads at 288, then Zainab Khatoon 230, and then we go to 197. Vansa Guladaba of Georgia. That was in Group C. If you want to watch Group A, if you're watching on the Paralympics YouTube and the World Powerlifting Facebook, you have to retune now. Go back to the main page, you will find the link for the main final. Group A about to get underway. If you're watching on television or the special Dubai Club feeds, go nowhere. Group A is on the way. And Group A is here. Here comes Ana Paula Gonçalves of Brazil.